Blah. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be editing the Page, Arizona canyon that you voted on today. So I am going to be doing a hand blended foreground and background to make this all one seamless image. Now the reason I did that is I just recorded a video and I kind of used this, which is just a straight out of Photomatic 7 merged together as a raw image, and because of the alignment of what I had to do, it doesn't look very good. Can I eliminate the alignment issue? Yes, but I believe that it's going to look even better with the new blended method. So this is going to be a hand blended image all into one tutorial. If there's anything that I leave out, please comment down below. Here we are in Lightroom. I am going to pick two images. This one is going to be just for this background portion that's really bright and overexposed. And then I'm going to use this one as the foreground to blend together. So let's edit the dark one first, which is just going to start by me bringing down the highlights so I can really see this portion of it. We're going to bring up the shadows and the blacks. Going to work on the exposure just a little bit to get it right where I want. Maybe bring back a little bit of the contrast. Turn down the highlights even more. Maybe even the whites a little bit. We're going to lose a little bit of the contrast there, so I'm going to bring back some of the clarity and some of the vibrance. I'm going to go down to the calibration tool and I'm going to make the sky even bluer by just clicking this blue calibration and turning that up. I do like the way this looks. There's a little bit of a black halo going on right here, but I don't know if I'm even going to worry about that because I'm going to be using the foreground for that part of the image. Clicking on the foreground portion of the image, I am not going to worry about how this portion looks at all. I'm going to be cutting it all the way into this part and up and around here, going over here and through there. So I am going to start by raising the shadows up, turning the highlights down just a little bit, maybe even the whites, bringing the blacks up just a touch, and I'm really going to want it to be crunchy. I want you to feel the sandstone or whatever this is. I'm going to turn the vibrance up, contrast up just a little more. So once again, I'm going to be using the background portion of this image over this and combine these two together. Here we are inside of Photoshop. Now I'm going to be taking both of these images. I'm going to be cutting out what I want from this image and pasting it into this image and doing a little bit of alignment to make sure everything lines up and looks good. And then from there, we will edit and take it to the next level. All right, so now we have the cutout image. I have decreased this opacity just so I can see through it a little bit better. I'm now going to select both of them, edit and align to see if that lines them up pretty good. It does. So now it's just going to be working with cutting out the rest of it, which I could have cut it out even better and then put it together easily, but I wanted the customization of being able to eliminate some of this mask that I didn't want later. So I'm going to be putting a mask on top of that, going to my brush tool, selecting black, and then just cutting it out from here. And that way I have just that much more bit of customization on this. Alright, so now we have the selection the way we want it. There is a little bit of a black haloing going on right here, which we can clean up just by going in a little bit deeper and kind of working on that, going back and forth. There's other ways you can eliminate the haloing, but nobody's going to really deep dive into this and take it to the level of which they'll see that. Now, there is a little bit of a mismatch here in color differences, so there's a couple different ways you can make these match up. So for that, I'm going to be going in and getting a curves adjustment and then just alt clicking in between the layers to make them together. And then the first thing I am going to do is match the color itself. So actually I'm going to bring in a selective color layer for that. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to be putting this down here, and they're both childs or parents of this connected to that, linked together. The selective color on the reds, I'm just going to adjust these to kind of make it match the layer a little bit better. So what I say with that is there's like this one has a little bit more yellow in the reds, and so if I turn that down, see how much better that matches everything. It doesn't mess with the sky or anything else, it just kind of messes with those red tones and blends them together real nice. And then if we come into the tone in the curves adjustment, if we make this more or less, then you see kind of what it does. So what we're going to do is bring the mid-tones to where it matches everything a little better in contrast and highlight, and you can kind of adjust it just perfectly. So I like that, and I actually like the way this looks, so I'm just going to merge all of this together. I know, I'm crazy destructive. I'm going to crop just a little bit there just to get rid of that. I could have just done a quick pass over it and it would have fixed that whole thing. Now, from there, it's just final touches. So what I like to do is go into exposure, X5. I know X6 is out, but I just don't have it yet. Once everything loads in there, you can kind of click around to view whatever preset you want to do. So for me, that's the best part about this program, is it lets you see what you're going to get, and it takes a lot of the work away that you would normally have to do in the past to kind of get you a starting point. And that is what I love about this program the most, is it gives you a great starting point. So something like this, I really like the way that looks. So I'm going to apply that. Really wanted to get those orange tones to come through. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit to bring back a little bit of the original. I'm going to flatten that, and then I'm going to press Ctrl J, go into overlay, make this a black and white, child of it, merge these together, filter, other, high pass, and take a look at where this looks the sharpest to me, which I like that. Forgot I did overlay at the wrong portion. It's down a little bit, merge it together. We're going to do that again, but this is going to be for more of the dodge and burn portion. So make it black and white, merge these together. Now change it to overlay. We're going to go big this time. Oh, I pressed custom accidentally. I pressed custom and then I pressed crop. This is real life. I pass. But this time, like I said, this is going to be more for the dodge and burn layer. So going big and dramatic. Now I'm going to make this a mask. Go in here to the brush tool and just kind of hit those highlights at a low flow to bring back awesomeness. Just want to focus on the parts that look the coolest. Alright. The before and after just on that. Alright everyone, that's pretty much it. That is how I would have completed that image. Like I said, there's a little bit of haloing there, and that's probably all you can see now because I've talked about it too much. But other than just final touch-ups and cleanup, I mean, just the big distractors is the only thing I would get rid of now. But this scene doesn't have any big distractions in it. So there you go. Before and after. Before and after. A 2-image blend made into one great looking image. So if you have any questions on anything, just comment down below. If you want to see me edit something else, comment down below. Comment down below on any mistakes you think I have made with this image. Did you want me to put an airplane right here or something crazy? I mean, the possibilities are endless with things like this where you just see a little sliver of sky before and after. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell all of your friends to come in so they can roast me as